Good morning. I am having technical difficulties this morning. It's okay though. I'll get it fixed. Mm. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Kate. Hey, one second. For some reason, my camera did not want to wake up this morning. And so it's having a bit of an issue. Hey, Holly, you're here for like 10 minutes, then you're off to have Christmas with the family. Well, have a wonderful day. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, John. Looks like our chat isn't working again today. I don't know what is wrong with it. Which one am I looking for? This one? I'm gonna try this. Okay, we'll just leave that off since it's not working today. If it starts working, I'll turn the color back on. All right. That's a little bit better anyway. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Excuse me. All right. I got a couple more boards here. I'm going to do a little bit more fabric like we were doing last week. My pins, those plastic things y'all recommended, should be here today. Good morning. I am feeling better. I got a heck of bruise, y'all. Look at this. But I am feeling much better after more rest and lots of water. We're good. We're good. Had a couple of hours. I worked at a Christmas party last night, and that was fun. They had this DJ there that was just the life of the party. He was too much fun. They did giveaways, they did karaoke. It was great. It's always nice to get paid having fun. It's one of the reasons I stick with this profession. There's times where I rather enjoy it. Okay. What is the name? Ouchie. Those clips look like bobby pins. Yeah. Yeah, they should be here today. They're not here yet, but so I'm gonna pin these last few, but I did get them. What's this? Mystic Twilight. This is an Ada. It's opalescent. This is from Be Stitch Me. And it is 20 count. Only one in my inventory that is such. But you never know. I may like it. I may get more. Okay, let's. So, how is everybody doing this Saturday before Christmas? Oh, I also need to put together the Whippagories graphic. I need to do that this morning. Stitch Me Ada is great. It's beautiful, that's for sure. So we will see. You're tired. That's the theme of the week. Yep, for you and I both. For you and I both. I am still waiting to hear about work. I might be home all week. We will see. Come on, go through. Find the hole. There we go. So we could hear something today. We could hear something on Monday. But as of right now, I am off for the next couple days. Or next week, 2 weeks. Possibly. Up to 2 weeks. Put that card out of my way. There we go. All right. Oh, something I need to do that I didn't do last time is put this in Notion. Now, I have been working on my Notion all day yesterday, y'all, trying to implement the new updates that they put out, or that the person I bought the template through put out. So I got a little bit of it done. Let's take a look here. If I go and I open a project. Okay, so now it shows you like stats right here. Well, you got your cover photo, and then you've got it, the progress bar is right up top, and then these are stats. It would also count time if you kept that. I got rid of that. Quick buttons for start and finish. Now there's a bunch of stuff down here that I still need to add. And then if I come over there, where I edit is, no, still learning. What? No, I don't know how to open it. The stuff we enter is supposed to be over here on the side somewhere. I don't know what I just did. So obviously I'm still working on it. Okay, we're gonna go out of fabric though. Add a new fabric. I haven't gone through my fabrics. 237. All right. Have a good day, Holly. Enjoy your Christmas with your family. Um, I haven't gone in and added all my fabrics, but I try and add new fabrics as they come in. So this one is Mystic Twilight. This is a 20 count Ada from Bestitch Me. It's bright. Well, it's opalescent. Okay. Color family is blue. And that is it. All right. So it's entered. What? Next, we got this Harvest. It's a. Does anyone know what the 36 count even weave is called? Is it Modena? No. Yes? Bestitch Me. 36 count. Let's see if I can Google it. 36 count even weave fabric. And stressful. We had a fire in daughter's apartment a few weeks ago, and now we have her and 7 animals. Oh goodness, at my house. Been an adjustment. Person next door called animal control. Oh goodness, that's rude. I mean, are they getting out and ruining his yard? Otherwise, leave it alone. I'm sorry it's been stressful. And I'm sorry about the fire. We've been through a couple, so I know the kind of stress that creates. Everything just says 36 count even weave. Maybe I just put even weave. Somebody's told me before. I'm pretty sure it starts with an M. Modena. Okay. Hi, Catherine. How are you? I'm a couple days behind on your videos, but I did see the finish of the cute little squirrel. It was amazing. This feels so light. It's crazy. And then you can see through it. Look at that. I'm just doing a little organizing this morning before we get started stitching. Not that I couldn't use every minute of stitching time possible, but good. Today is your last day of Flossman. Too much going on the next few days. Understandable. That is understandable. I think well, it's not really why I've been doing every other day, but it has kind of messed with me in that way because, like, I, if I don't get the time to sit down and record, I'm like, well, let's just put 2 days together. It's just easier that way rather than making myself stay up and record before bed. Really don't like my camera today. I don't know what the deal is. I feel like it's really up in my face. X is not doing well health-wise, so watching over him. Animal control was nice, said the animals are well cared for, so closed the case. Great. We are adjusting to new normal. Good news, I'm off work till like the 6th of January. I might be too. We just don't know yet. The company that I work for is off until the 6th of January, but that's not to say that they don't need security while they're not there, you know? But we hadn't gotten a work order, so we'll see. Oh, look, that one is like bent. I don't think I'm going to use that one. All right. All right, so now we put this one into Notions. We're going to add new fabric. This one is called Harvest. It is a 36 count. I am going to put Modena in here. So if it's not already in here, all you have to do is write it, click it, and it adds. And now every time you'll see it in your list. Dyer is Bestitch Me, category, bright. Not good at the category thing. This is definitely pink. And back to the beginning. All right, last one for fabrics that I have right here, I think. Well, I only have one more board. This also is Mystic Twilight, but this is a 40 count for doll instead of the 20 count Aida that we saw earlier. Because I liked the color enough to get it in 2 sizes. I use blue a lot, so can't really go wrong with blue of any sort. I use blue a lot, I use yellow a lot. Purple, because it's my favorite color. Type for doll. Stitch me. This is pretty. I made these little tags myself. When you buy the stickers, so I bought these from Avery. So when you buy it from this company, you just go to their website right here, and it'll automatically like have the size, and then you just fill it in and print it out. Super easy. These are comic book boards. They do have fabric boards on Amazon, I saw the other day, but I think they're a little bit bigger. You know, they're more for wrapping a yard of fabric around rather than these 8s. So comic book board works fine, and I think it's a little bit cheaper because, you know, this is not its intended purpose. Right, remember I fold 2 hamburgers. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that. How did I fold that to make it the right length? And then you can kind of fill the edges of the comic book board, and I just fold. Doesn't matter which way. I mean, at least not for me. I'm sure some people are like, gotta do it the same way all the time. And then I just pin it down. Yes, this does put a small hole in the fabric, but once you take the fabric off and let it sit for a little while or move it around, it tends to correct itself. You're not breaking it, you're just kind of stretching it a little bit. At least until I get those clips today. Then we'll see. All right. We're gonna add a new fabric. Thank you. I think it's gorgeous too. It makes me think of winter because the blues and the purples together make it look icy. This is Mystic Twilight. It's a 40 count for doll from Be Stitch Me. It's bright because I went with bright last time. Blue. This one has a little purple in it, so I'm going to go ahead and say that. Like, whoops, let me save that. Well, you don't really have to save it. You just get out of it, it automatically saves. But, like, this one, you just see blue. I'm sure there's purple in it, but you don't see it. And part of that is probably because of the opalescent. Whereas here you really see that modeling. So these are both Mystic Twilight. This is Aida. This is Fur Doll. So you can see how sometimes this is why I don't consider myself an even weave stitcher or an Aida stitcher or whatever. I like to stitch on whatever gets the right color. Now I do prefer even weave. I like it better, but yes, I got Fabric of the Month ordered, and I have you on the list, Sandy. Um, they're gonna dye it this month, and when they, or the beginning of next month, I'm not quite sure. It's supposed to come to me next month. As soon as they're done dyeing it, then they bill me for it. They ship it to me, and then I bill. I don't like billing people before I have their product in my hand, just in case. So, all right. I have something else I wanted to look at with y'all. If you'll give me 1 second, I need to pull something. That sounds not like pull a muscle, but like go get something. Let me see. That's what I thought it was. We do. Yes, I was thinking about that as well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, we got it ordered. We're all good to go. We're just waiting on them to bill us now. So it should the first shipment should be coming in January. All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty. So I got new toys, and I want to check them out with everybody. So I opened the box, but I didn't actually like look through the box. I opened it because I was like, what is this? I don't remember ordering this, whatever this is. What would come in a box in this shape, right? And then I remembered. As soon as I saw the note on the front, I remembered. So it says, she hand wrote, "Thank you so much for your order. I hope you are pleased." Something. Okay. She does have a Instagram. So GW Stitchin Depot. Instagram is gw.stitchin without a G dot depot. That's not focusing. Uh, So y'all know I bobbinate because I've got the wall, I've got the box, I've got, I like to bobbin. But I also really like thread drops. And I also I will split these down into workable lengths before I put them on the bobbin. So I found these from somebody suggested them on Instagram and I decided I wanted to try them. I just got a small set for now. I will get more if I decide I like them, and I have a feeling I'm going to. So it's beautifully packaged. And open this up. The first thing I got was the stickers of all the DMC numbers. And then I also got these. I'm gonna have to get them out of bubble wrap. Man, she wants to make sure they're safe. Oh, and a bag too. That's amazing. Now, these are thicker than a normal bobbin. So, putting them in the floss box, I don't know. We'll have to see. But they are both a bobbin and a floss drop. So, we're going to put a couple of them together so you can see what I mean. So, you got the hole at the top for like your ring or to hang on that wall back there. This is where we will put the floss so that it's on the floss drop, but then we can wrap around and tuck it in. And I guess this is for extra pieces. I don't know. I don't think she used a example. I'm gonna pull up her Etsy real quick. So, and it's clear, so it's a little hard to see. You see it there? Um, mm, I'm trying to pull up her thing. Oops, that's the right one. Oh, she's got them in black too. I didn't see that the other day. They might have been out of stock. Ooh, and red. So if you like colored bobbins. Yeah, she doesn't really show herself using that bottom hole, but I would imagine like you've got the main strand here, but you've got a little tail of something from a project. You could probably just stick it right there. Anyway, we're gonna, well, first, um, I went ahead and got her stickers again, just to kind of see, experiment. But what I liked about them is the way that they're printed. It's to go on both sides of the bobbin. So let's start with 210. So we've got one right here. I like to put mine on the right hand corner. So I'm going to, see, I didn't do it perfectly, but it's on both sides. So I really like that aspect too. Okay. And then, so then I don't have to worry about cutting this up, taping it on, which is what I've done with all my other bobbins. See, I would cut the label off, and I've tried writing on them. They always seem to want to wear off. Now, of course, I don't know these. And like I said, these are a little bit thicker. You could probably fit 2 of these bobbins into that bobbin. But they're really nice looking. Really sturdy. All right, now I'm going to use my floss winder. So I have the one from Thread That Needle Stitchery or something like that. It's made by Union Woodworking for Stacy Stitches Creative Studio, but I think she changed her name. So anyway, but they have other ones out there. This one was a little bit pricey, but I was at a retreat and she was there and I could just put my hands on it. Always going to sell me faster if I can see it and decide I like it. Especially because she was like, go play with it and come back. Okay. So, and I like the curves at the end that kind of keep it from like slipping off the side. And then, of course, the big thing is the groove in the middle where you stick your scissors to get the right length. So, most of the time, if I wasn't talking, I wouldn't have even gotten knots, but you know. And I just kind of grab this tail end with my finger and hold it. My phone is talkative this morning. All right. Now, I will say at this length, it doesn't evenly divide, but that's okay. I have ones like this for hanging the top ring. Yeah, I have ones like this, but for hanging the top. It's for the ring in the bottom hole for a leftover thread, holding in place till you need the color again. Right, yeah. She also makes like the Annie's Keeper type where it's, you know, you can put a bunch of threads on it and put it in a file system. She had a bunch of different stuff. This is what I felt like works best for me because I really like having bobbins, but I'll show you. I'll show you. In my head, it works, and I just got to prove it to myself and to y'all once I find my scissors. I have a very big mess in here. Thinking about staying in here today and get some of that taken care of. I really, if I'm going to have extra days off, this is what's best to do with it. And actually, to best represent, I'm going to take that one little piece that smaller than the rest. We're going to set that off to the side for now. All right, so I have my 18-inch lengths, which is what I like to use because I do fold them over and use the loop method. If I am using it for a HAID or something where I'm doing 1/1, I'll just clip these in half, right? So that's why I didn't get the smaller one, because you can make smaller. You can't make a smaller thread bigger. So then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put it on in the middle. Now she showed you doing it like this if you're just using it like a floss drop, but I'm going to also use it like a bobbin. So I'm going to pull it off to the side here, and then I'm just going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap it a little bit better because that's bothering me. Okay. Okay, we're wrapped around the bobbin. It's not perfect, but it's okay. In fact, a few lengths are going to be a little bit shorter because of the way we looped it. Then we'll come around and just in there like that, right? I can do this better, but for now, okay. So we have our bobbin. Now, if I want to, I have this spare length that's not as long as the others. I may want to choose to use this for a HAID or choose to use this first if I'm kitting up. So that can go in this bottom hole down here. Got to kind of get it through there. So now we have that. I have to work with how to keep these in them. Okay. It's not beautiful, but it's okay. So we have that. Now, here's why I think this is so nice. Because if I was going to kit up something, then I would spin all the floss off of the bobbin, take out what I needed to, put it all back on. Which, I mean, essentially I'm still doing, but without ever actually taking it off. So I'm going to take a couple strands, like I'm kitting something up. Not that one. So we unwind it. And we use it like a floss drop where we just, where's that funky thing? We just grab the strand or two. There's one. I always do two. So let me grab the second strand. We can pull them off. And then just wrap this back around and put it up. I wish this hole was a little bit. I mean, I may need to go the other direction so that I hit the correct hole. But, or the correct slit. Anyway, I had it in my hand. There we go. Well, I apparently wrapped the tail. Anyway, so Obviously, if you're the person that likes the perfectly wrapped things, this might not be a great idea, or you may have to take more time than I'm taking, but I think they're going to work really well for what I would use them for. So I'm going to take this all apart again. We're going to play with it till we like it, that's for sure. Okay, I went and got myself confused. There we go. So right now I'm going to take all of it off and put these back on just so that it's lined up nicely. And I get it pretty well split in half. That one just wants to be difficult. I'm going to put it back on here. Now see, this is where I think if I go the other direction, I would land, let's try it, by the other. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. So now I'm landing right where I need to put them in this. There we go. All right. There we go. So I'm going to set this off to the side and do a couple more. And what I did was I went through and I looked at my floss board of colors that are empty, blank up there. That's what I meant. I use as floss drops. Yeah. Um, I went through a couple of my empty spaces up there where I had run out and I pulled them and we're going to set them up. So probably just do this a little bit at a time. Looks like I just have one for each. And then, yeah, just one for each, which is fine. I can buy another set when I'm ready. Because I do keep at least 2 bobbins of everything. Sometimes 3. I don't know, it's a little bit better. Where did I put my... Oh, there it is. I was working on my Notions template yesterday, trying to do the updates, and I kept talking to myself out loud. And my husband kept going, "What? Oh, sorry, I'm talking to myself." Oh, okay. A little while later, "What?" Because I'm like, well, if we do this, well, let's try this. No, 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 no. Maybe we just need to do this. He's like, we need to do what? We need to ignore me. That's what we need to do. I was hoping to have, well, I mean, I still possibly could. I'm hoping for a shipment of patterns in today so I can get them billed and packaged. We'll see. Christmas holidays kind of mess with all that stuff. I'm gonna do this one the same way. See, and this one did not. Maybe I need to. It didn't land in the same place that I wanted it to. So why? Well, no. Learning curves. Learning curves. So are we stitching this morning? I'm going to be stitching soon, obviously. Um, we're working on Alice this morning, and to be fair, no bobbins. It's perfectly nicely. I got Alice, got Daily 100 on Spangled until I've met my monthly goal, which I think we'll do today. And then I'm working on Celebrate Halloween today. We were working on Celebrate Halloween the other day too because I'm doing it every other day. I worked on February wordplay yesterday. 13. Really like the stickers. Even if I was on normal bobbins, I'd want the stickers. However, because it's thicker, it's made to be thicker. So I don't think it'd fit as good on a normal bobbin, but I really like it. Really like the stickers. I feel like I'm such a good example of what a non-professional human looks like. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. How did we manage it? There we go. See, and I don't think they always measure these perfectly because this one goes all the way down here, whereas most of them stop about right here. So, like, what happened there? Anyway, it's okay. Everything gets used. It's just what project does it get used in? I almost want a little clip right here. They'll eventually just lay like they're supposed to, but it takes a little time. They're super excited after first being wound. Last one, and then we'll get to stitching. We did a little bit of fun stuff this morning. Got some fabric done, got some floss made. Try and always make it a little bit different here. Can't get bored. Oh, 369. Whew. I threw that away before I looked at the color. It's doing so good. And just smack the camera. All right. I think these are just going to be a lot easier when I go to kit stuff up to pull a couple strands and then put it up. I put the floss thingy on the wrong side. We're just going to leave it. That's fine. Just slipped right out of my hand. Go in. Yeah. Excuse me. My goodness. Someone snuck up on me. Need 3 hands. Have y'all ever had that feeling like, if I just had another hand, I could get so much more done? Or done better? Alright. Would you just go in like I'd like you to? Almost would be nice if this had like a little slidey thing that like closed. Alright, I'm gonna put these on the floss wall, and then we will sit down and stitch. I did get better like as I went along. Live and learn, right? Alright. So I'm gonna wrap these hangy ones around too, because I don't really want them hanging down my board. 210. They do fit nicely on my board. You know. 369. Start something off. That's the only thing about this floss board. Like, the nails that I used, probably not the best, because things slip off of them. 413. I like them. They look good. Wow. Almost got squished. Ryan was in here the other day watching a movie and decided to mess with stuff. Because this is even my normal bobbin. Like, if there's a lot on there, they tend to look a little crazy. I didn't bring my tablet for Alice out here. We'll start with Spangled. It's okay. With Spangled, I'm not even going to count. I just want to get this section finished up. So. Oh, and I need to write down Holly's guess from earlier. Remember on the stream, we always have a guess how many stitches we got. We're going to be here for about 2 more hours stitching. Like, we haven't started stitching yet, but for the next 2 hours, we'll be stitching. And closest, without going over to the actual number that we stitch, gets entered into a raffle that we will have at the end of the month. If I do have extra days off, we are going to try and fit in a couple more streams, which allows for a couple more people to enter the raffle. Because if you think about it, on a normal month, if I get in 2 streams a week, that's only 8 entries. That's only 7 other people you have to compete against. But that's also getting those entries, right? So on my Finish That Stitch December, all I have left is Celebrate Halloween, February Wordplay, and Antique Locks and Keys. So hopefully we're going to accomplish all of our goals this month. Wouldn't that be nice? Did I? Yes, I just forgot to highlight that. I just pulled that string and I don't even need it. Helps if you highlight your pattern. I mean, it helps me if I highlight my pattern. I know some people that don't. I do find that very impressive. So we're going to go with this color instead. Feel like, no? Okay. Everybody's stitching this morning. Is anybody trying to rush and finish something before Christmas? I need to, oh, that's something else I need to do. I need to wrap those things we FFO'd. Oh my goodness. It's not one to work with me today. My floss has not had its coffee yet, and so it's like, no, don't take me out of bed. I'm having to drag it, kicking and screaming. Let's see. I gotta be able to fit my hand under here. There's a chance I could finish this next year. Not a high one, but definitely a chance. See, my thread is just like, we're not awake today. Oh, okay. Just kidding. I don't have I have plans on Friday this coming up week. Other than that, my schedule is staying pretty open, which is how I like it. So hopefully I'll get good stitching in. We're doing our family Christmas on Friday. We do like a white elephant gift exchange. So everybody brings a gift and we put them in a pile, and then you draw numbers and you get to go pick which gift you want. And or you can steal from somebody that came before you if you saw something you liked. Things can only be stolen twice. So it's always fun to bring the interesting gift that everybody wants to steal. May need to start wearing my glasses to stream. Makes it difficult to see close up, so I constantly be up and down. But it would help me see the chat. What's going on here? Just gonna clip that thread because it is not making any sense right there. I mean, I think it was supposed to be parked there, but it's too short to do anything with. So we're just gonna snip, snip. Just having a nice chill stream this morning. Saturday. I started this project, I think in 2018, with several of my friends. Need to check in and see where they're at. I've been focusing on it this year, so I got a good bit done. And I think I sat down and kind of looked at it and broke it down, and I think I could get it finished next year, but I'm not banking on it just because I'm not going to specifically set a goal to finish it next year. What do I mean by that? So, oops, the way I've been dividing them, I'm going to take you to the cover page. Okay, so this last year when I decided to divide it, I already had these three up here done and these 3 pages up here done. Most of this one done. I got it finished a little bit later. And so I made these dividable sections. So this was January through December of this year. And then I've already written out January through December of next year. And then these, when I have to work on it for some other reason, I work on it on this side and I got these 3 sections done. So that only leaves, what, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That seems very narrow. Why is... Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sections that aren't already planned out. So if I give it enough extra attention, it could probably get done, but I'm not banking on it. I feel like maybe that February and November are bigger than the others. So I don't know. It's probably just my eyes playing tricks on me. Now I need to go back to the page that I'm working on. Okay, we're gonna have to see if we can move this again because my thumb resting against the table is a little annoying. Keep thinking I'm missing something in chat, but chat's not moving. At least not for me. If anybody else is seeing chat moving, you may need to message me. Hey, Enid, welcome in. Okay. It's just a quiet chat today. It's Burr down here, so I bet it's Burr up there, huh, Enid? I do actually have the heater on today. Sorry, what? I've been reading the chat. My ears turned off when I'm reading. I was just saying it's Burr here. It's probably pretty cold there, too. I need this. This piece had such interesting colors, and it's part of what drew me to it. Mostly it was these stars on the side. I really like those. Where's the snow? Where's winter? I understand. 38, not cold in your opinion. High of 58 today. What did we just get? I heard the noise, but I didn't see anything happen. So I'm not sure. Wishing the kids were here when Santa rode by the house on a fire truck this morning. Oh, that's cool. Brian's not here today, so he will not be interrupting stream at the last 15 minutes like he likes to do. As far as I know, Lexi's asleep. Yeah, it's Burr here, but it's not that cold. Like, it definitely doesn't scream winter or Christmas right now, especially because the high in the middle of the day is warmer. Making sure I'm grabbing the right color here. Getting close to finishing up this section. Does it go there? I have 3 inches and more coming. Well, New York's getting snow then. Y'all have already gotten quite a bit this year. Maybe not you specifically, but parts of your state. Good morning, everyone. Only getting up to 47 in North Carolina today. Good morning, Candy. How are you? Hope all went well yesterday. Northern Kentucky, high of 32. It snowed a little yesterday. Yes, and not going to be a white Christmas. Yeah. We don't get those very often here. We have gotten it before, but we don't get it very often. Like that one year when we got quite a bit, it was February. February by the time we started getting snow. Oh, I missed a stitch. Also, I have an appointment to go get new glasses on January 3rd, so hopefully, well, it'll take 2 weeks for them to come in, but the appointment's on the 3rd, and hopefully I'll get something that works better with keeping them on more, not having to switch between using them for distance and taking them off. You're part of Tennessee, high of 34. It's 30 right now. I hadn't even actually looked. Hi, Betty. Welcome in. Let's see. Right now it is 55 with a high of 70. So it's actually going to be warm today. Definitely not what you think of when you think Christmas is in 4 days. 4 days. I picked my glasses up Monday. I hope they are better than what I have now. Good morning. Yeah, like, I don't know. There I've struggled with these the entire time that I've had them because I don't know if they're not big enough, so I'm seeing too much rim or they're too glary, what's going on, but if I'm not trying to, like, look off in the distance, then they're causing me issues. It's 10 there right now with a high of 15. Oh, goodness, John. Okay, we've got this little border completed to the end of the page. Pretty sure that's going to go there. Because we're not going to start on the next page over here just yet. We're finishing up. So this row right here is the end of 20 stitches tall from where we started, which was like here. And then the whole page. So, which is my goal each month on it. Do I have black? Of course I don't. Christmas Eve is like 3 days away. Yep. It was about 8, but somewhere huge. One wrapping paper kept tearing. So that's what I'm a little worried about. I have a package to wrap that's rather large, kind of heavy, and the paper that I got, I'm not sure is gonna hold it. Lexi told me to just stick a bow on it and stick it under the tree without wrapping paper. I don't have to go to bed early tonight. It's really weird. Probably still will because, you know, get all sucked into the sleep routine. Christmas stockings are done. We still need to do our stockings. Like, my kids paint a new one every year, and I need to go pick up a couple so that they can do it this year. Lexi's already gotten on to me about it twice. My next two sections on hoity-toity are stitch heavy, bottom left corner. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now on this. Cover it with a Christmas blanket. I don't even think I have one of those. What I need to do is just take it to the living room, wrap all the sides that don't touch the floor, and then slide it under the tree. I have a couple things coming in today, but they're for the white elephant on Friday, so there's not like that timeline to get them wrapped yet, but I'll probably wrap them today. I actually do like wrapping gifts. So there's that. The Dollar Tree has bike bags. You know, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea either. I haven't even touched my Whip Go for this month, y'all. December is not the month for me to have any plans other than finishing because I can't do more than one thing. I mean, I could, but I would have to lessen my finish goals in order to, because I think I'm going to be pushing the envelope as it is. Maybe not. If I'm not going back to work for 2 weeks, I may not. I may have plenty of stitching time. Are you still working? I'm on my last category. Awesome. Yeah, I've decided that I won't have a blackout this year and be okay with it. I may be right there with you, Candy. Unless I can get these last two finished, I know that it'll only take me a day on each of my Whip Go calls to get the stitches that I need, but I feel like I need to finish up these other things first. The last Whip Go. Very nice. See, and my last category is also a Whip Go piece. So I can knock them both out if I can get to it. Um, my other categories, I think I'm done with all four of them. Well, yeah, because February wordplay was one of them, and I've done enough stitches on it to count. Um, Fairy Tale Lands 2 is one of them, and we finished it. The Fox was one, and we finished it. And QS Ladybugs was the last one, and we finished it. So if I can get to my last category, I will also knock out one of my Whip Go calls for this month. The other Whip Go doesn't fit anywhere. So am I going to get to it? I don't know. But I have managed all my other Whip Goes for the entire year. So that's pretty good. How are y'all feeling about Whippagories for next month? I need to put the graphic up. Well, I need to create the graphic. But the Whippagories for next month. See if I can come up with them off the top of my head. Um, Holiday, Sampler, Fantasy. This is a sampler. I could work on this for that next month. Finished my categories yesterday though, so I feel good about that. That is awesome. Um, so I'm gonna make a note. Make a note because I've just decided that Spangled is gonna be my sampler next month. Because I kind of want to try and see if I can fit it into a category each month and see the finish by the end of the year. Maybe. What else did I say? Holiday. Um, New to You. Um, I can't remember now. I just I just spun the wheel 5 times yesterday and I've already forgotten. Sampler, Holiday, New to You, Fantasy, and I'm missing one. New to You, Sampler, Holiday, Fantasy. Mm. Maybe I'll stitch something on that Ada, and then that'll be new to me. I mean, a new start, though. Mhm. Got that. I got that. I need black. That's it? Just black? Oh no, I gotta put the blue in there. Excuse me. I don't know why I had the hiccups all of a sudden. 503. It's gotta be somewhere hard to reach. Because I ran out on my floss card. And I seriously, well, I need 2 stitches there, but I'm going to need plenty in the rest of the project. So I need to go ahead and pull it. It's not like we're getting close to a finish here. Yeah, I'm still missing one. New to you, sampler, holiday. I feel like it was my second spin that I'm forgetting. Fantasy, or maybe my last one. Look, it's all ready for me. Just gonna throw that on a floss card. Or on the floss card. I still need to pull out Fairy Tale Lands 1 because it's going to be a focus piece next year. Closest to a finish. There you go. Closest to a finish. Let's see. At this point, well, it'll probably be Celebrate Halloween or February Wordplay if one of those don't get done this month. But I have confidence that I can get them done. So the next closest would probably be Ladies Who Lunch. I almost thought it was gonna make finish that stitch December this year, but then it didn't because I didn't get to work on it again before the end of the year. But for me, that's probably what it's going to be. Okay, I have to take a real quick break. I'm going to um we need some black thread. I need to get the tablet so we can work on Alice next. And I'm going to grab the wrapping paper because I'll probably do that before end of stream too. So I will be right back. I really wish I had Christmas music to play for y'all. We got stuff and things. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. Been hydrating a lot since I had my blood drawn the other day, or I donated blood the other day. And so I needed a quick break. And I got me more water because I'm going to keep hydrating. We're almost done with this section. I'm excited. I think all we have left is the black. Then we will work on Alice. Still kind of cold in here. Okay. For the end of the year, I got to make my whip parade for next year. I got to make finish parade of all the finishes I got this year. Got to have a plans video. Even though I've been kind of discussing plans all month, I'm going to have a concise video of all of that very soon. There's somebody already bumping music out there. It is 11 a.m. I keep thinking it's my phone vibrating, but just noises outside. They played a lot of Christmas music last night at the Christmas party, and so it's been stuck in my head all day. Casey said it was stuck in his head on the drive home last night. They played music other than Christmas music, but for whatever reason, it was the Christmas music that got stuck in our head. They even had they had karaoke, and they did like a little uh karaoke contest, I guess. So then at the end of the evening, they kept one of the raffle prizes that they were going to raffle off, and they had everybody yell to say who they thought was the best at karaoke, and then that person won the gift card. It was fun to watch. They fed me. The food was really good. Like, and they said it was the hospital chefs that were cooking for the event. And I was like, next time I need to go to the hospital, I'm gonna go to their hospital because their food was really good. I think that's one of the reasons I'm also having such a hard time with making plans for next year is because I have these two things that are on the fence on whether or not they're going to get finished. And like, if they don't, might be very vital to my plans in January because, yes, I could use this as my sampler, but I could also use February wordplay as a sampler. And Celebrate Halloween would work as a holiday. And if they're that close to getting finished, then that should finish them up. Then again, I have to have confidence in myself. I can finish it this month. It's only the 21st. Still leaves 10 days. I do wish they were Pattern Keeper compatible, so I had like an actual stitch count. How many stitches do you have left? I wish that's something that people included in their charts. Was how many actual stitches? Because like I'm using Notion, right? And Stitchy Knitty designed it so that you could put the total amount of stitches, and then when you do your updates, it would tell you what percentage you're at. But I'm not going through and counting all those stitches myself. Like, that's crazy. So, it just is what it is. I don't use that part of the template. I also don't use the time part. So, I've modified it to not even have them so that I don't have to worry about it. Thread, get another thread. Finish this up. Oh, we do have a couple stitches of something down here that I'm missing. Oops. Hit the camera. Fantasy. Trying to think of what it's on my list for next year because like typically I would have went with Mad Tea Party, but now Mad Tea Party is going to be put on the passive this year, so we're going to focus on Soul Tropica first, and actually that would fit for fantasy because as far as I know, mermaids are not real. They absolutely could be, but they are a well hidden community that there's no evidence of. So they're going to stay in my fantasy category for now. Um, so Soul Tropica would be a good one there. Aurora would be good too. Because that's Sleeping Beauty, right? I just gotta throw some backstitch in here. I got the it parked already. Ooh, maybe. I got it. Okay. How far do you carry your back stitch? Do you stitch it after every single stitch? I'll go up to 4 stitches. Should I add a couple things? I'll be working on Warrior. Oh, I love Warrior. I want to do that one. It'll be finished sometime in 2025. Then I can start a new dragon. Very nice. I do. Ooh, I have my Star Dragon too. That one's gonna need an excuse to fit into a category every month just because I'm so in love with it and I feel like I haven't hardly touched it. And then over here. Are you serious? Okay. Those last 2 rows that I stitched in blue were actually supposed to be black. Oh, it's okay. I can just go stitch over them later at some point if it bothers me. And that's all the back stitch. Oh, and then we have the few stitches in that other color down here. Hi, Angela. Alright, I need the equal sign, right? So the question is, was this more than 100 stitches? I don't know. I didn't count. But I was supposed to do at least 100 on it today. And then I was like, I'm just finishing up the whole section. We're just going to call this one done. Till next month. I am keeping the same sectioning for next year. So it's 20 stitches high by the entire page. So 20 stitches high by the entire page. And which on this one you can see was basically full coverage up until the last 2 lines. So 18 times however many is across. It looks like, let's see, the lines are a little hard to see. 1, 2, 3, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe about 50 stitches wide. That's a guesstimation because a couple of them are partial blocks, but it looks like partial close enough to an actual, like the 2 partials would make a full. And like this, starting right here, where this stitch is going, is in the shaded area for the next page. But I consider it this page. So when we get over here, we'll actually have these 5 spaces already done. And park this one below right here. So this section is done. We're done with Spangled. We're going to switch over to Alice. Maybe. Okay. So here is Spangled from Long Dog Sampler. With December's piece completely done. This is one of my focus pieces, and the last 2 years that I've been doing this, I see a lot of progress and I really enjoy it. So I will be keeping with that for the new year. All right. Let's get Alice up in here. We do have another hour of stitching time. At least. Oops. This is one of the reasons I don't like the side clamps, because it doesn't always work well with Q-snaps. Right. Here's where we're working today. Going to get these threads out because they're the ones we're going to use. Tie these off, but I'm going to kind of leave them loose so that they kind of hang over here and don't get in our way. This is the last day I work on her for this week, and then we're going to go back to Phantom next week. Depending on if I work or not, well, no, we're not going to see her. Yes. Depending on if I work or not, we may see her again before the end of the year. That's what I'm trying to say. Because typically she would come out at the end of the week, right? Because I work the beginning of the week. And the end of her week would be the beginning of next year. But I will highlight later. We will do that before. But if I'm not working that week, we can work on her before the beginning of the new year. Now, starting in the new year, I'm going to try and get 650 stitches on her a week. So I don't know if she'll be a daily 100 or if I'm just going to give one dedicated day to try and get all that in. We'll see. I'm thinking kind of a mix of both. It's also really going to depend on what my new site at work looks like. Like if I feel like I'm going to be able to work on her there, or if it's going to be too, because if it's too busy, which is probably going to be right at the beginning, constantly getting distracted from a full coverage makes it more difficult for me to stitch on personally. So that's one of the reasons I don't take it to work. When I stitch on it at home, I can usually sit and get the whole block stitched on. I'm really excited about the possibility of finishing her next year. It's a reach. It's a reach, but we're going to reach for it. And actually what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and hit 700 each week so that one, we're not finishing it in the last days of December, and also so that if there's any point during the year where I don't get to hit it 700, there are other weeks that are going to make up for it. I have a feeling anybody that joins me on these lives is not going to need to watch my plans video. So we just discuss it all the time. This is a real quick and easy block. It doesn't have a lot of colors in it. It doesn't have any ninja stitches. So we should be able to get this 100 out pretty quickly and maybe even work on Celebrate Halloween for a little bit before the end of stream. Remember, if that's the case, if we finish this one, it's an automatic 100 because I'm working in a 10 by 10 block. So then whatever we had on Spangled plus this 100 plus whatever we get on Celebrate Halloween, our total stitch count for the day and where you make your guess. Closest to on-stream stitch count, it gets entered into a raffle. Closest without going over. I need to figure out what to make for lunch. Thinking I may do chili for dinner. Have some of that deer meat pulled out and I need to do something with it. That's in the wrong spot. Is anybody just really ready for this week? Is anybody really ready for this week to be over? I know some people feel that way. I'm ready for the week, like more in an excited way rather than it's ready to get past it. But I know some people feel that way, especially around the holidays. What is that? Why is that there? The heck? Where did that come from? I wonder when I did that. No and no. Well, that's an option too. Just not ready yet. I'm looking forward to your dad's cooking. He is making prime rib. Oh, very nice. I still need to talk to Rita and see if we're doing dinner at her house on Wednesday. Bought the stuff for what I need to make if we're doing it. So I had to go get a new tire the other day. So I had to do grocery shopping the old-fashioned way, like walking up and down the aisles. It's so much more dangerous. I had this whole order planned on Wednesday, like I always do. You know, I send in my order, my husband picks it up, he picks me up from work, but he got a flat tire. So we didn't want to do the extra driving, so we just canceled the order. And when we go get the tire, we'll do the shopping. And we spent more shopping live than I did online. So, and with this new site, um, getting groceries is going to be a little bit out of the way. Not a lot. Not like going all the way to town to go grocery shopping, but we're going to have to definitely plan it a little more strategically. because we had to backtrack into Odessa a little bit. One more. Do real quick. Check on my order coming in today. It says it was delivered. Mm. I have to keep an eye on the Amazon orders because they like to deliver to our next door neighbor. I don't know why. I have big numbers on my house that say my address, and still they will deliver to the neighbor. This one already has this color parked, so I don't need to do that. Bet you that's where that was supposed to go. Oh well. I'm gonna do it here. I also pick a lot of cat hair off my projects. Because when I'm sitting in the house stitching, they are in my lap the entire time. Okay, we're done with that color. I'm feeling this one is not going to go very far. Let's use a smaller needle. Just happen to have one of my petites sitting over here. That one didn't go very far, but it went further with the petite needle than it would have the regular needle. We do get to park this one. Color number 3 down. This would have been the last color and would have finished the block, except that we ran out of that one, so we will have to pull it before we're done. But basically, I had all the colors I needed parked. I love blocks like that because they just move so quickly. She's currently at 56%. We're going to try and get the other 44 this next year. So if you watch my floss tubes, be prepared to see her a lot. I feel like I need to fix this square. I'm very quiet this morning. Keep trying to think of things to talk about. We're just enjoying our stitching, right? So right now we're working right here behind the phone. what I think is a phone. Kind of hard to tell. And this needle right here, that's the bottom of the project. So that's how much we'll have. Let's see. Where's the bottom of the page? So the bottom of the page is here. And then we'll have 2 blocks for the next page. So it's kind of a debate of whether or not I just want to work those 2 rows like they're part of this page, or if I want to make it an itty bitty finished page next year. Or like when I get back down to it in the diagonal, because ideally after I finish this one, I go back up to the top and we have this top block. We have the full width of it. So not the top block, but the one right under it, and then here, and then if we left it, then this, and then this, and this. So all depends. What's going on with Monopoly? Are you ending it for this year and then restarting for 2025? I need to figure that out. Okay, so right now it's my turn. Um, but I'm having such a hard time pulling my way from what I need to be focusing on that I haven't taken my turn yet. And I need to reach out to the others that are playing and see what they want to do, because yeah, it's really died off this last month. In fact, technically it's the person before me's turn, but she wanted to just like skip completely. And I don't know how I feel about that, because that wasn't really like in the rules. So I don't know. We haven't decided. What are your New Year's plans? Party, stitching, new start? Um, I don't know yet. I'm I'm not going to a party. At best, I'll go over to my in-laws' house and visit with them. Of course, if I do that, that means no stitching. It'll mean playing games and stuff, which is fine. Um, I do. I'm really considering a new start on Christmas Day, though. Like after we get up from being up all night, just because a New Year, new start is always fun. And also, there's a stitch along that I'm thinking about joining. I still haven't pulled the trigger on it, so I really need to decide in the next few days. So, yeah, I gotta reach out with my Monopoly group and see what they're thinking, and it's one of the reasons I hadn't really worried about taking my turn, because I know everybody's kind of feeling like that, except maybe 1 or 2 people. But there's a lot of transition between finishes, because you submit a whip list, and a numbered whip list, and then there's a number on the board for each whip, and then when you land on that spot, you stitch on that whip. Well, so many people's whip lists are changing this month. They're like me, I'm not taking certain ones into the new year, or I've had a lot of finishes. Um, so I don't know about restarting the game, but I'm almost thinking like everyone take a pause, readjust, and then start back from play or whatever. Like if I go ahead and take my turn, I'm the second to last, right? And then the last person goes after me. And then we say, everybody double check your whip list before we start the next round so that you can stitch. Hi, Lori. Welcome in. Spill the beans. What stitch along? It's from Stitching Cabin Co. She does, well, a few years ago, she did a winter band sampler that I did. And then after that, she did an autumn band sampler, which I didn't do. And from what I understand, there was a spring band sampler that I didn't do. Well, now she's coming out with the summer band sampler starting on the 1st, and she's actually got 2 options for it. Either the Great Outdoors, or the other one has something to do with under the water or whatever. So I'm thinking that I'm going to use that as my New Year, New Start. Just finished shoveling snow. I hope it was snow. Hope we're not hiding any bodies today. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up her Instagram. And it's Stitching Cabin Co. on Etsy, I think. Stitching Cabin. Okay, so that was autumn. Okay, so here's her autumn version. Oh, go back to the top. So this is kind of gives you an idea of what the band sampler would look like. So it's got squirrels and mushrooms and trees and cups of something warm and yummy, hedgehogs, acorns, super cute. I don't know how well focused that is. And so so there's the winter and the autumn together. I hope it's focusing. I can't. Um, Nordic Winter and Autumn Walks band samplers. And so here's the one she's doing 2025. Choose your summer, coastal summer or the great outdoors. And I know John is doing the great outdoors. I think I want to do both, but I'm really tempted to start with coastal summer. I love a good seahorse. There's some jellyfish. It's super cute. So this one is going to be 8 months. I think they're going to come out once a month. January 1st to August 1st. Yep. So it's already up for pre-order. I'm looking to see what the website is. Oh, look, there's already spoilers. So on the C1, you got lighthouses with boats, seagulls, and the waves is what January's is going to be. And then this one, it shows mountains for the great outdoors. So stitchingcabin.com is where you can pick up either one of those band samplers. I do think I'm going to start with this one. So it's 99 by 272. One a month. 11.99 pounds or euros. I can never remember which is which. So, oh, and then if you want to buy both of them, you get a discount on the other one. So, I mean, there's that. It goes from 11.99 to 8.99. Of course, that's their prices. I don't know what that okay translates to for me. That is the pound. Okay. So, pound $2. So if it's 21 essentially, it's about 27, 26, $27 to get both. So I hope I dragged you in. Haley sometimes joins us here on the lives. She's super sweet. Okay, 823. Just need one more color. Quit distracting me. Not really. Y'all can distract me all you want. I like coastal themes. 823. What time is it? 11:40. Okay, so I'm gonna stitch till about noon. I probably won't jump off straight at noon because I got a couple things I can do that aren't stitching. So, of course, any guesses will just be on the stitching part of it. I will say, based on the band sampler I did, which was the Nordic Winter, um, she's fairly easy to stay caught up with. Um, the bands aren't a ridiculous amount of stitches. So trying to keep up with the SAL each month seems very easy to do. Hey, EJ, welcome in. I am just finishing up my daily 100 on Alice. We stitched some on Spangled this morning. And after this, we're going to pull out Celebrate Halloween for just a little bit. Good morning, Heather. Welcome in. Welcome in. Don't run with scissors. I got your name last time, I think, and I don't know that I wrote it down from a note. Kelly. Yes. I'm going to write that down again because I'm going to remember names. Kelly. Just finishing up this block here on Alice. We're about to start working on her a lot, starting on the 1st. My goal is 700 stitches a week so that we finish her by the end of the year. Very excited about it. All right. There's our 100 block on this one. We are at 56.26%. We need 33,400. No, 900. 33,900. I question about Spangled. Did you happen to see a blue conversion on it? It was a white back, more than a year. I can't remember who mentioned it. Oh, a while back. You can tell I don't have my glasses on. No. I have not seen any conversions to Spangled. That'd be interesting to see. Why do I have so many needles on here? All of a sudden. All right. So I'm going to switch. Last switch of the day. We've got, 20 minutes? Whoops. Yeah. 20 minutes till we're done stitching. Probably do a little bit of wrapping before we wrap this up. Haha, get it? Here is Celebrate Halloween. If you were here Thursday, you got to see it. I did work on wordplay yesterday, so that's why we're back to this today. I don't think I brought wordplay with me to show you, but I didn't do a lot of stitching after stream Thursday. I ended up going to bed. Knocked me out, y'all. Giving blood or donating. It was much. Stay hydrated. Drink. This is where we landed after Thursday. It's looking all kinds of pretty colors this morning. They did a lot of digging around in my vein trying to get the return to go back in, with not realizing that the clot was inside the machine, not in my arm. All right. So we're going to start with a strand of pumpkin today. If I brought my floss. Did I bring the floss for it? Yes. Here we go. These are the two colors we need. Got these last two to finish this part of the pumpkin. And then we'll start on the next part and work our way up. Although I don't suspect we'll get very far because the rows are kind of long. Like before we need to change strands of floss. 1, 2, this is just DMC, it's not specialty floss, so I do tend to work going one way and then back the other way. Kind of a long row, so I'm having to like triple count, make sure I don't miss something. Three. Luckily, there's these little points in the tray. Like you can see over here, these little dips. And I'm a sucker and just bought the Coastal sampler. I'll be right behind you, Angela. I will. Um, so anyways, these little dips in the tray that they're here too, but the pumpkin's sitting on the tray, so you see the pumpkin through the little dips. And so it kind of helps work as a count marker along the way. So then I just have to count in between the two. There's a husky whining. He's a howling out there. I know Kate is doing the Stitching Cabin Co. band sampler 2. I think she got both of them, but I'm not positive. I know John got the Great Outdoors. I think I'm going to end up with both of them. I'm going to start with Coastal, but I think might as well get both since you get a discount on the second one. Then I'll have to kit it up before the first. So definitely on our next kit stream, which will definitely be this Thursday. Um, as long as nothing significant changes. Of course, I'll let y'all know if it does, but I have a feeling we're not going to hear anything before the new year about the new site. I could be wrong. There's still today and Monday before the main offices are out for the holidays, but oh, you got only the outdoor. Okay. Might be able to actually put Aurora in for closest to a finish. It might be closer than Ladies Who Lunch. Random thought, right? Look at that pumpkin. It's looking so good. We got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes of pumpkin. And then we'll start taking guesses while I wrap some presents. But we'll stick around and chat. Then I'll need to get lunch because food is important. Hi, all. Made it for a little while. Hey, Megan. At a dog nose work trial, and we are breaking for lunch. Gotcha. I don't know what that means, but we gotcha. This will be row 3. The dog sniffs and searches for specific odor. Q-tips hidden that he has to alert on. A spin-off hobby of detection work like explosive drugs, search and rescue. Nice. That is very interesting. We're working on Celebrate Halloween at the moment. We worked on Spangled for a little bit, and we did 100 on Alice. So if you want to leave a guess before your break is over, please feel free. Like I said, we'll be done stitching in about 8 minutes. We'll go through all the guesses and I'll count my stitches. And then I'm going to wrap a couple things and then we'll end stream a little bit later than normal, but not by too much. Just really wanted to get my stitching in this morning. Plus, when I tell somebody that comes at the beginning of the stream that we're going to do 2 hours of stitching, I like to kind of stick to it. Makes it easier on the guesswork. Lori says 156. I don't know, a little off the rails there. I'm trying to decide if my kid got me sick for the third time this winter or if it's just our super dry air and holdover from the last cold. Ugh. Never been close, but I like trying. I'm glad that it's supposed to be for fun. You know, just give a way to be interactive with a chance of a prize. I hope you're not getting sick again, Heather. I hope it's just morning yuck. I don't know. Lee has a nice immune boosting tea. I drink one a week. Ooh. You always need that when you're around little kids. Little kids are germ magnets. But it helps build up their immune system. So there's that. May need to check that out. My cough from last time hasn't gone away since before Thanksgiving. Mine took a really long time to go away this last time. Like, I didn't get sick, but I just got the cough and it lasted forever. Like, I even coughed waking up this morning. It's definitely better, but long term, man, that doesn't usually happen to me. Getting older. Joys of getting older. So y'all can see this one stitches up pretty quickly. It's really nice. Sometimes, the long rows, you're like, some people really like that because you can get some fast stitching in on these bulky parts. I have to be careful because if I get to going too fast, I'll miss the holes that I need, but heading out. Have a good day, Candy. Your guess is 186.
Comes in small round canister, not a box. Yeah, mine was cough, bit of a sore throat, and a bit of congestion, but I could still breathe fine. And then we got sick like a week after Thanksgiving, and it was the same thing. I honestly thought mine was a little bit of like not like keeping it too cold in my room while I was sleeping. So then I'd wake up and I'd be all, I'd feel a little, not really stopped up because I could breathe, but like you could feel the drainage. And then I'd just be coughing all day. Merry Christmas and cheers to a very stitch-filled 2025 for everyone. Gotta run. Have a good day, Lori. I think I'm gonna get to the end of this row, but I don't count a row unless I cross it. So these stitches won't be counted. They'll just be ready for when I can sit down and stitch again later. Because it is noon. The noon alarm is going off. Just let me finish these couple last halves. Everybody start putting your guesses in. I will be finishing up. Angela says 257. And that noon alarm really got that husky going. Sandy says 250. And Heather says 278. John says 248. Kelly says 243. Oh, now he's yelping. Poor baby. Okay. Get my counter open. Let's start with Celebrate Halloween since it's right here. Right? Okay. So when you can just run across a whole block. And 1. So we got 81 on this, plus 100 on Alice. Now let's pull up Spangled. EJ says 245. 245. I think some people are hoping to land right on it. EJ 240. Horse Spangled. Just because I need to look at it to highlight it. Which we just filled up the thing. So that shouldn't be too hard to count. 222 from Betty. $277 from Megan. I think I missed Megan earlier. $222 from Betty. Making sure I'm not missing anybody. So now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to my spangled counter. This is so I can remember to go put it in Notions later. I need my spangled pattern. Right. Now the question is, did we get 100 on this? Because I'm so curious. Me alone, Alma. What? Stop. Hey. Going on airplane mode. When people send messages like one message at a time, sometimes it gets to be a bit much. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the back stitch. I thought it was going to be more than 100. Okay. Okay, so 155 plus 181. Where are we at? Where's the calculator? 181 plus 155. 336. Kate said 280. $336. That does put Kate at the closest. Because nobody broke at 300. I don't think. All right, Kate. You got the. What's today? The 21st. Kate got closest, so she gets a raffle ticket. All right. We did pretty good. 336 in 2 hours. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Y'all see what my desk looks like? It's insane. It's a whole mess. And don't even get me started on this desk over here where I just put everything when I need it out of my way. Here. So I'm excited about these new bobbins that I got. And keep them all in this pretty little bag until I use them again. It came with these stickers. I like stickers. I wonder what kind of. Okay. What am I doing? I am wrapping gifts. That's what I'm doing. Right here at the end of stream. Hope we can do it with this limited amount of space that I have right here. I'll figure it out. It's okay. Is everybody else done with their wrapping? I just have these last few things. Have a good day, John. Have a great holiday. Take a quick drink of water. Scissors are in my pocket. Okay, I'm wrapping the two things we fully finished a few weeks ago. So I have one more thing to wrap that came in yesterday, then I'm done. Luckily, we celebrate Hanukkah too, so if I'm late, I can use that paper. It was a good stitching morning, and I hope to have some more of that throughout the day. This is thin paper, y'all. We'll see. I do have a few more gifts coming today, but they're for White Elephant, which is on Friday. So I don't really have to worry about getting them done today. I probably will, but I don't have to worry about it. So this. Oh, I need to change the hardware on this. Oh well, we can do that later. Let me see if I have the tools to do that real quick. I think my drill's dead. Because this. Bye, Megan. Back to sniffing. That's a funny. That's funny. My drill's dead, but I can use the drill bit to take this hardware off. We got to make sure we put it on the correct side, because this project is this way. And this is the top up here. So now I just need to make sure I'm getting it pretty well centered. Where's my tape measure? So We're at just about 14. So middle of it to be right at 7. Just gonna marking it so I can get it started. We're getting it. I'm resourceful. So I'm gonna open this and I'm gonna be like, I need to tighten those screws before you go and hang it up in your room. Probably be better without the hardware for wrapping, but you know. All right. So I do like the wrapping paper with the grid lines on it. Have a wonderful Christmas, everyone, from Sandy. My hands are dry. Going to go to back. Just because then I can put the tape over this price sticker thingy. Not just barcode. And not have it on the actual paper of the backing. The penguins are so cute. Then I gotta go figure out where my Amazon package is. If they delivered it to the P.O. box, to my house, or to my next door neighbor's house. Because they like to do all those things. Put both my physical and my P.O. box on the label because I never know which one they're going to deliver to. Depends on who they send it through. If they send like an Amazon delivery, they don't drop off at the post office. But if they send it USPS, they don't deliver it to my house. So it's a mess. Wish I could just get mail at my house. All right. I have to write on this very carefully because I don't want it to push on. I don't want to bust the paper. And I don't use the little name tag stickers. I just write on the paper. Like, it's not like we're reusing the paper. What's that? There's one. I got two more. I went with the bigger of the two, thinking if I have leftover paper, I can do the smaller one. And then it was absolutely perfect. Perfect amount. And this one's Ryan's, so I'm probably going to do something mean and like wrap it. Show you what I mean in just a second. Oops. Close just in case, but what I'm probably going to do here is start on one side and then just like roll it so that it gets extra wrapping. So I'm going to do the same thing where I tape it on top of something it'll peel off of easily so it doesn't rip anything. Just to keep it stable while we, let me get this. Plus, like I said, this is pretty thin paper, so it's not going to hurt to be wrapped a few times. I'll give him more to have to dig through. It worked out well because this is the back. I can feel the stand for the frame. Same one from earlier. I'm not too bad at wrapping. Kind of like it. Two. I don't know. And then I have one more. It's not for the kids, but it needs to get done before I go back in the house. Next, paper. We're gonna hide this a little bit. This is in a random box. We don't care if it gets torn up. Much paper. It's okay. We got this. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's getting torn up, remember? Thank you everybody for joining me this morning. Got some pretty good stitching in. That was nice. We organized some fabric. We played with our new floss drops / bobbins. So that's good too. Listening to really loud paper being cut. I will try and maybe get an extra day in this week.
Like I said, we're still not sure about if I'm working this week or not. If I don't hear anything by end of day today, I'm going to plan an extra Zoom or an extra live for next week. And then if something comes up on Tuesday, then we'll just adjust, but or on Monday. By Tuesday, they're going to be out of the office, and if nothing's happened, then I'm off until they get back to the office, which is January 6th. So, or even longer because we still got to put in the work order. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. All right. So everything's ready to go. Um, like I said, I'd love to stick around and we could like do some cleaning in here and stuff, but I need to get some food. So, and I need to figure out where my packages are before my neighbor thinks that he got free stuff. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Again, I hope to see you soon. If not, Flossmas every day. And we'll definitely be back on next Thursday. So y'all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to y'all soon.